Whew. Warm tonight. Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review. Now in today's review, we are actually going to be taking a look at a shoe that I was paying absolutely no attention to until the shoe actually released, believe it or not. But I'm excited to be sat here right now ready to do this review for all of you guys. So like I say at this stage in every single one of my videos, I want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you're new around here and you haven't done so already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you can be notified every single time I drop a video just like this. And if you do want to reach out to me outside of YouTube, you can find me most active on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. And now we've got all of the formalities out of the way. Sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. So to kick this one off, just like we always do, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. And because this is a special collaboration release, we do actually get a really nice box to go along with the release itself. Now the box itself has been done in this mostly light bone or even sail colour. And then across the front of the box we do get that red Nike branding. Now I believe on this side of the box you do also get the Stussy branding in there as well. And you can also see that on the back portion of the box as well, right there. Hopefully if that's focusing for you. If we then just take a quick look at the actual label, which reads, we have the Air Force 1 or 7 Mid SP in the black, white colourway, and this is a UK 8.5 as it is a personal pair. Hopefully you will actually be able to see the size label if that's focusing there for you. Get a good look at it, that's how it should look if you are looking to pick these up on the aftermarket. Although this shoe is currently sitting, I believe, in the UK, so I'm not sure how it's doing elsewhere in the world, but hopefully these shoes should be readily available, I should say, if you actually do want to pick these up. But if we then just actually take a look inside the box itself, we do also have some really nice tissue paper in here as well. Get a good look at that if that's focusing for you. And then underneath that, we get the kicks. So with everything said and done, let's go ahead and dive straight into the shoes. So the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Stussy Air Force 1 Mid in the black and light bone colourway. Now this shoe is being released to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Air Force 1, so instead of just releasing this as a singular release, they are actually releasing a pack of 3. Now that pack does include this colourway, it also includes the fossil hemp colourway, which is probably arguably the best one in the pack in my opinion, and then to finish it off we do have a mostly all black leather colourway in there as well. But in addition to the shoes there was also some apparel that released, which actually sold out everywhere from what I can see, which is a little bit interesting. I find it a little bit funny that the clothes are selling out but the shoes aren't. But nevertheless, we're here right now to show you guys everything that you need to know about this shoe before deciding if this is one to pick up for your collection. So in this video, we're going to go through everything from materials right the way through to sizing. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to make your mind up as to whether this is one you want for your own personal collection as well. So let's dive in straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. Now for this one, we do have this really nice panda-esque or even panda-inspired colour blocking. Mix into that some really nice premium luxe leathers and you have an absolute gem on your hands with this one. So if we start from the front of the shoe to begin with and then work our way back, at the base of the shoe, we do have this really nice, lightly tumbled premium white leather, and in the middle of the toe box itself, replacing that usual perforation that we're all used to seeing when it comes to the Air Force 1. Instead, this time it's actually opted for this interlocking S design, which are actually perforations in themselves. So the toe box does still have perforations, just not in the usual format. And I feel like if you look at it like close up, it kind of gives the shoe that like designer feel, you know, maybe like Gucci-esque or, you know, Louis Vuitton vibes. Not for everyone, I imagine, and I imagine that it's not necessarily going to look the best once it's creased, but I think just from an aesthetics point of view, one of my favourite details on the shoe, just from my opinion. And then just wrapping all the way around the toe box itself, again, we have more really nice premium leathers, this time done in this all black colour, but like what we saw with the toe box, there is also some light texture into it as well. Now you can see this exact same leather underneath the U-throw, as well as on the eye stays, as well as towards the back on the foxing as well. But in the middle of the midfoot, we do see a really nice pairing of that white leather base, along with that black tumbled leather on the Nike swoosh on both sides. Works absolutely beautifully, and the quality of the leather on this shoe is just absolutely incredible. Probably, I'd argue, up there as one of the best shoes that I've actually had this year, just in terms of quality. There's an odd little bit of QC issue in there, But when it comes to the materials, they've absolutely killed it. Craftsmanship is definitely not a problem for this one. But if we then just actually work our way onto the ankle collar, again, like we've seen throughout the rest of the shoe, we have more of that really nice premium white leather. And then as we do reach the heel, we do have this Stussy branding, again in that interlocking S design like what we saw on the toe box, but this time it's been done in like a bedazzled silver medallion, and it is the same on both shoes as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be one of those things that falls off over time, or really how it's going to hold up with general wear and tear, so that's probably something to consider before picking these up. It kind of looks like it's just been glued on. I can't really see any stitching or anything attached to it, so this may come off over time, it may change colour, and it may overall not hold up as well as the rest of the shoe. But I think, again, aesthetically, absolutely no issues, but definitely is something to bear in mind before picking these up. And then if we do actually just circle our way back into the center of the shoe, we just get your pretty standard flat black shoelaces. Now you do also get an additional set of laces for this one. They look very similar, if not the same to me, so I'm probably just going to leave the laces as they are. I think the black and white look, you know, especially because of how popular the panda vibe is right now, is probably the best look for the shoe anyway, so I really wouldn't worry about it. And then the laces themselves do sit atop more of that white tumbled leather at the base of the tongue. But as we do actually work our way up the laces, we do get that pretty traditional strap that I'm sure we're all used to seeing when it comes to the Air Force 1 mid. But again, they've actually used that premium tumbled black leather for it, so you know, a pretty nice touch if you ask me. And then on the lateral side of the strap, we do see some Stussy branding. Now you can also see that there is some Stussy branding on both of the tongues as well, but it kind of differs to what we've seen so far throughout the rest of the shoe. So instead of it being an interlocking S or the typography, they've actually done it in this like world tour or worldwide type of vibe. So it does read Stussy, New York, Los Angeles, Tokyo, London and Paris, and there is a Nike swoosh in there as well. So they've given us a really nice range and a lot of diversity when it comes to the branding, so no complaints there. And then as we work our way onto the inside of the shoe itself, we just get a pretty basic black nylon sock liner. But as we do actually work our way even further inside the shoe, we do get this mostly all white insole with that black Nike Air branding. But if we then actually just work our way back onto the outside of the shoe once again and take a look at the midsole. Now when it comes to the midsole itself, in terms of the technology they've used, it's just business as usual. Nothing really changes when it comes to the Air Force 1. And the same can be said for the outsole of the shoe as well, as it's done in that traditional Air Force 1 style outsole, and it's been done in this solid black colour. But when it actually does come to like the overall sizing for this one, I always personally feel like the Air Force 1 does run a little bit big on me. I do want to point out that I do have wide feet, but I still do believe that, you know, they still run big on me. So when it came to this one, I went half a size down. I tried them out before sitting down and doing this video, and I still do believe that half a size down is my best bet. If there's any opportunity for you to try before you buy, for obvious reasons, that's the best outcome for you. But if you're ordering these online or whatever the situation might be, I would personally suggest that you do go a half a size down, and I do think that that'll be your best bet. And other than that, we've pretty much just covered everything that's worth mentioning on the shoe itself. So if we now just go ahead and wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video so you guys can get out of here, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say that these are probably an 8 out of 10 for me. I'm just not a huge fan of the Air Force 1 mid in general. I personally always prefer the Air Force 1 lows. And with that, I really never feel like I'm going to actually wear the shoes. And I never really pick them up too often. But when I saw these, I just felt like, you know, when it comes to collabs, they always put in a lot more effort. And the shoes are generally a lot better. And the shoe itself doesn't disappoint. The quality of materials is incredible. The design element, the little touches that may seem insignificant, but when you get it, you can definitely appreciate. Everything about the shoe is, you know, straight fire to me, and I think this is a really great shoe for anyone's collection. It's easy to wear, it's very well made, and like I touched on within the review, there's a few QC issues in there, but that's the same with every single shoe these days, so absolutely no complaints from me. I'm not sure if this is a shoe that's going to stay in the collection for too long because, like I say, I'm not a huge fan of Air Force 1 mids, but if I was, I would be absolutely all over these and I'd be rocking these all the time. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do leave me all of your thoughts below in the comment section. Let me know your ratings and let me know if you pick these up. Like I say, all of your comments are definitely appreciated. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.